You ain't missed much. We just waiting like everybody else. Entertainment.
Check 1, 2. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard.
Yeah.
It's time to expose the frauds.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go hard.
Yeah.
It's time to expose the frauds.
What?
It's time for us to go hard.
Yeah.
It's time to expose the frauds.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moorish World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody going to deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping all the frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Hey, Crips, Sonny, Boxing, Hypocrisy, Sean, Yasmin and the Queen. Got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chain with Ishmael Bay and Sin Soon. Anybody they can get it if they dripping on the fam. Moorish World TV, investigating all scams. Go check my record and please don't front. Come on, keep it a fuck. I ain't been wrong once. Sinetta impolite and photography, Bailey, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to the knees, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq Allah Nasheed. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, brother Tahar from Bay.
Knock it out the park.
Let's get on these frauds' neck.
Get him.
And let's shut them down. Let's go.
Get him. Stop it.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know it's going down. Moorish World TV. We gon' shut it down.
Let's shut it down.
Let's shut it down. Platforms. Thumbs up.
Go.
The show starts now.
Let's get it. Y'all think it's a game. Let's get him, Diddy. Get him, Diddy.
Start.
Lose.
So this was the first step. We have a bail appeal scheduled for tomorrow at 3:30 in front of Judge Carter, the district judge assigned to this case. I think that we made the points that we've been wanting to make. I think it came out. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent. He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He's been looking forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name.
I was expressing to a friend of mine this morning is that when, you know, Puffy been accused of working with the feds. You know what I'm saying? He's been accused of being an informant with the feds. And one thing that I wanted to underscore is that when we really understand what's going on, it seems like the feds, they're informants. They seem to, at one point, you have a group that would go at each other. And then at another point, you have a group that would agree with each other against all odds. You know what I'm saying? So alleged federal informants, people allege that Mr. Nasheed is one. People allege that Sir Major is one. And you know, regardless, right, wrong, mostly wrong, there is never a disagreement between them two. There is ever no conflict. There's always support. And it's the same difference when we look at Diddy. If it is true that Diddy is working as has worked as a federal informant, anybody who else is a federal informant, it appears that they would defend each other. That's just the way that it goes. And then when you take a look back, and you see the history of the relationship, which I'll pull up now while we're waiting. You know what I mean? I'll pull it up now while we're waiting. Let me make sure I got it right. Okay, my bad. There it is. Let me see. Bam. I pull it up right here. My bad. I got to pull it up right there. When we look at the history of the relationship, we're going to lock that in right there. What happened? All right. I'm messing with the stream. Hold on one second. Yeah, when we nah, I'm not, but you know what? Dunny Z, I was thinking about taking that trip up there for real. I was literally thinking about that, but my schedule too tight to do it on the fly like that. It's too fly to do it like that. It's way too tight to do it like that at this time. I just gotta plan it and then I can do it. But let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can. I want to see if I can pull up a little something for y'all real quick while we're waiting. I'm going to pull up something for y'all real quick while we're waiting. Yeah, man. And put this right here. At the end of the day, all right, there we go. That's good. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, this seems like, this is my theory. Let me work on my theory real quick. My theory is, anybody notice that the Homeland Security is in charge of this investigation? Anybody notice that? When you read it and it talks about the Homeland Security, you like, hold up, this is a federal investigation where the Homeland Security is in basically the driver's seat. And now I don't know, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I could be wrong as ever. But at the end of the day, if Diddy is a federal agent or informant, if that is true, then at the end of the day, it would be a conflict of interest for I'm making a guess. It would be a conflict of interest for the Federal Bureau of Investigation to hold the investigation solely to themselves. I'm just jumping out there because we keep hearing about the Homeland Security. Anybody? Y'all understand what I'm saying? And I want to look. I'm gonna look deeper into that. Why is it that out of all investigation, we always hear about the FBI? Let me check Young Thug. Who investigated? Let me check Young Thug. Is Young Thug charged federal? And who did the investigating? Who facilitated it? I think that's a good question to ask. Who facilitated Young Thug's investigation? Who facilitates these sorts of investigations? I think that's a good question to ask. You follow what I'm saying? I'm going to look it up right now. See who facilitate Young Thug investigation, because I think whoever facilitate Young Thug's investigation, it appears to me that it would make sense that the same agency. Anybody ever seen where Homeland Security facilitate these type of investigations, RICOs and trafficking and all that? Y'all ain't talking to me today. Y'all must be at work today. We are live with commentary. See, check one of y'all still there? All right, let me share this real quick. DJ Big Six, I seen you on IG getting it in. Yes, indeed. You can find me in the club.
I seen you, Big Six. My big bro, Big Six. Big Six is a true Moorish World TV citizen. He was in the DMV area and hit me up. We met up right quick. Took some pictures. I ain't even post my pictures. DJ Big Six, what you don't know is I'm creating a picture book for all of the people that I ran into, all of the people that appreciate what I do. And yeah, I want to share my picture book. So I got pictures that I never even put out of a lot of people, stars, and everybody to me are stars and significant to me. If you think I'm important, I think you important. And so I got a lot of pictures of a lot of people who supposed to be notables, and some people that people don't know, but people that mean much to me. And when you reached out to me and we was able to meet up even just for a second, you know what I mean, it does something to me, because sometimes when we start doing these streams and we're talking about the same topic over and over and over, to a person they think it's clout, to a person that don't know any better, they think it's clout chasing. It can become redundant, but when you're on a mission, in the Moorish Science Temple of America, we talk about using a hammer. And when you use a hammer, you bang something. You just don't bang it once. You got to keep on banging it and banging and banging it until it becomes a part of every part. So the nail got to almost disappear in the wood so it would not harm somebody again. And so we bang that truth like using a hammer. So it might seem redundant to some people. It might seem, oh, he clout chasing. Oh, I seen somebody had a comment today. You don't have no content without Tariq. Well, everybody on the internet don't have no content without anybody, because just like right now, everybody is talking about Diddy. That's their content. And when you look at Tariq, he'll be talking about Diddy. He already put out a video. That's his content. And not only will he be talking about Diddy, he's going to talk about anything that he can find online, because he really have no true grassroots presence. So anything he can find online, whether celebrity or something sensational that some crazy European or some crazy person from another country that live here did, he's going to make content out of it. This is what it has come to. It became content. Oh, DJ Big Six, tonight we're going to go with all the caping that has been done for Diddy on Mr. Nasheed's part. We got the file, but also we're going to go through all the contradictions. We're going to go through the contradiction where he big up Africa. We're going to go through the contradiction where he big up Haiti. We're going to go to the contradictions where he demonize Africa. Taking the words straight out of I think it was wasn't that Trump who called it a poop hole? He called them poop hole countries or something. Yeah, we're going to discuss all that. But the reason why I say that he would defend Diddy is because they go a long way back. Even right here, notice, I don't know if this true to the outfit, but here he's ahead of everybody. That's symbolic. He's ahead of everybody. His suit seems different than the other guys in the background suit, and Diddy's in the white suit. And you can't tell me that this just a video. These videos are revealing. In this video, Faith Evans video, they seem to be secret agents in this video. And so when people say, why would this guy be caping for Diddy? I mean, it only makes sense. I mean, you know, we be looking at things from the perspective that it's just a video, and they actually be sending messages. You know what I mean? They actually be sending messages while we be thinking it's just a video. It'd be more than a video. I don't know why they do that though. I don't understand why they do that. I guess it's kind of like them guys that be coming out the closet. The first thing they do is they say something crazy, weird, feminine, and then the next thing you know, they jump out the closet. So maybe it's the precursor just in case you find out. And they say, well, look, I already told you. I mean, I already told you. I mean, I really can't emphatically say why they do that, but they tell you everything that's going on. I mean, MPZ TV. I'll be using a clip from your demonstration today because I like your commentary. Y'all need to go to MPZ TV. I was looking around at some of the comments that people were making, and I went to his channel today, and he had did a clip commentary on when Diddy was defending not Diddy, when Tariq Nasheed was defending Diddy. And he did a nice commentary on it. He like broke it down, and I was like, yeah, I gotta let him know that I gotta use his voice. I gotta use it, and I'm only gonna use a little clip because it underscores the same logic that I look at. You know, like always trying to blame the white supremacists. The white supremacists is setting this up, and all this old goofy stuff don't make sense at all. At all. So tonight, yeah, we're gonna get busy tonight. I don't know if we're gonna be here all day with this. I mean, but we gotta do something. Let me see what's going on. Let me see. He's cooked. It's bigger than it's bigger. Oh, what's up, Sean? What up, Sean? Oh yeah, I think Diddy is cooked too. I mean, every evidence shows that he was an informant, and once you're an informant in the Homeland Security. If he's an informant and the Homeland Security is spearheading the investigation, then that tells you this the real deal. This the real deal. Homeland Security is spearheading the investigation. That shows you that it will be a conflict of interest, and we're gonna have many more people where the Homeland Security gonna spearhead investigation, because many people. I think this is the time where they're cleaning house too. I mean, I think this is the time where they're cleaning house. They're gonna create all new informants, because these informants, they're too arrogant. Yeah, they're not like the informants that you would look in the movies and that you would find out later, after they're dead and gone, that they will inform. Now these informants are too arrogant. They working for the feds, and then they buy all this luxury stuff. They want to be seen, gotta be in front of the camera all the time, gotta be showboating all the time because they think they untouchable. You know, but what they don't know is that in this country, there are different agencies that got beef with other agencies. And then they got time periods where they clean house. Then when they clean house, all of them are expendable, because no one likes someone who is disloyal to their own kind. And putting out this trash music that Diddy has put out over the years, talking about Diddy made a statement or something. His lawyer made a statement that he was uplifting the black community. No. You tore down the black community. That's what you did. You tore it down. You got rich off the black community. You sold the black community out. That's what you did. You sold the black community alcohol. You sold the black community drama, trashy music. You sold the black community all the things that is to its detriment. Don't come now talking about you were uplifting the black community. No, you wasn't. You sold the community promiscuous sex. You sold the community cheap garment clothes with some labels on them, making people think that they're greater than what they are. And now Sean John is sitting up in some little rinky dink store like Foreman Mills. I don't know, y'all got Foreman Mills? Yeah. But at the end of the day, damn, they want to say that they was uplifting. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. They was tearing down the community. Then now the European and the authorities, they say, okay, enough with that. Now we need to move on to the next chapter, and it's time to recycle. And all of them people that been flying below the radar is about to be replaced, because I see it happening. We see what happened with Grandmaster Jay. We see what happened with the guy from Proud Boys. Now we see Diddy, and then we're going to see many more that's going to go silent, or they're going to go to jail. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. They're going to go silent, or they're going to go to jail. Watch what I tell you. Mark my word. Mark my word. They either going to go silent, or they're going to go to jail, because they got too arrogant. They got too arrogant, and they thought they was untouchable. Now, look, we in the Trump era now. We in the Maga era now. And all these people caping for Trump, you see what happened with Grandmaster Jay. He was caping for Trump. Then all of a sudden, it was over. It was over. And whether he's in some other country chilling, or whether he's in federal prison, wherever he's at right now, he has no access. He has no access. So, hey. This what we doing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And people that's defending Diddy, it's because they might be in a video somewhere. They might be in a video somewhere. That's right. Those who defending Diddy, they probably in a video. They probably have a phone number. They probably, you know what I mean? And then the thing is, when you have informants, they being tracked and they being monitored. Yeah. Somebody say Jim didn't have nothing to do with Trump. What you mean, Grandmaster Jay? Turn your mic down. Oh, my bad. I'm too loud. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. High sound now. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah. So at the end of the day, check. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all gonna come out. It's all gonna come out at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You can set up people, you can reroute people, you can play the game, but at the end of the day, when they are ready to reinvent the way they do things, you better be ready. You better be ready. That's right. Oh yeah, all of them going down. Yeah, all of them going down. You watch. Y'all gonna see people in this internet era. They're being replaced as we speak. But y'all gonna see people in this internet era that is actually working with the federal government for whatever reason. They gonna watch what happens. Watch what happens. They gonna go silent. They surround. They got the perimeter. What you mean? Why the dogs out, Sean? You from the D? You know how it go. Diddy ain't the Diddy dancing around, brother. Diddy, he a dangerous man. Diddy Frank Lucas. You think that Diddy danced around skinning and grinning? Nah, Diddy a dangerous man. Oh, I think the mule was snitched long time ago, DJ Six. Big Six. I think the mule, soon as they got the mule in the car, he was telling.
Yeah, that's what I'm debating. Like, do I just then go on my phone, or do
Yeah, I think soon as the mule got in the car, before they put the cuffs on him. Hey, you don't have to put my hand behind my back like that. Let me tell you. Okay, Sean, I call him Sean. Sean, he always gave me the bags whenever we traveled. And Sean said that he have connections that if something was happening or would happen, I would be all right. So Sean hey, they say the P and P Diddy was for pimp. But this, see, I don't know how long y'all been following me, but I told y'all years ago, maybe a year ago, I said I was of the thought that when the Mac books came out and the pimping persona came out, I believe that was infiltration. I believe that was infiltration into the pimp culture with stars. Back then, you had Snoop Dogg putting women in collars. Do y'all remember that? Back then, you had Heidi Klum. Back then, you had a big pimp culture in Hollywood and entertainment. And even Snoop said that he was pimping women to entertainers. So whatever way to get information other than creating this pimp persona of a person, this Mac persona of a person, to get into those circles and distribute information back. Pimp cups, Little John. Y'all remember that? They made the pimp culture popular. And the Mac books and the game and the, let me give you some game. That's all a character. That's all a character. I'm telling you, when I say that one has been informing for a long time, that is all a character. Listen, get into the circles and sit with some of the pimps. Learn their language. Remember, Rosebud said that he took my style and used it. He took everything that I said and made it his own. These are characters, and people don't understand. Even when it comes to this conscious thing, there is nothing that that Mr. Mac can't talk about. He knows everything about everything. He knows everything about roots. He knows everything about Moors. He knows everything about Haiti. He knows everything about buck breaking. He knows everything about everything. There's not a subject matter that now he knows everything about politics. He knows everything about identity politics. These are character actors. You see? And people are looking at this person as if he is going to bring them some sort of relief from some type of oppression from the spook called white supremacist. When in fact, he never names who the exact white supremacist. He just grabbed some random person off the internet doing some ignorant nonsense behavior and said, this is the white supremacist. What? Yet, in the same vein, we have systematic racism within the government, and don't nobody attack it. That's right, and don't nobody attack it. Only thing they attack is the Democrats. They don't attack individuals. You see, when you call out people by name, that's when the game gets a little bit shaky. But they never call out, they say the Democrats, or they speak vaguely about Kamala, or they speak vaguely about Biden or somebody that they disagree with. But they never go all the way in. Never. And they never go all the way in accusing them of the most heinous things that true conspiracy theorists come up with. Never. I mean, and again, he created FBA as if he was going to deliver reparations. There you go, Crip. He came up with FBA as if reparations is going to be handed, and again, right in California, and you can count on one hand how many meetings was attended in the name of reparations by Mr. FBA reparations fighter. I mean, like, we should be able to see through this. We should be able to see through this. I don't understand why it's so hard for our people to see through the nonsense. It doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't make sense to me at all that we should be able to see through the nonsense very easy. It should be easy to see. I mean, come on. We got, especially when someone has a track record. You know what I mean? It's not like this guy came on the scene yesterday. There's a whole track record of transforming from one person to another. Whatever it fits, whatever the situation calls for, here comes the transformation. Whatever mission it calls for, here comes the transformation. Like, it should be easy to understand at this point. Easy to understand. And then when you look at the history of infiltration, there's always someone that's in media or security. Media or security. Other than the Fred Hampton demonstration where they took somebody right off the street, normally they polish these people and make them media personalities so they can have access, whether it's a cameraman, whether it's a videographer, whether it's whatever it is, so they can have access. Or they're on the security team, and they might be former police officers. So I mean, the evidence the evidence historically of how it works, you know what I mean, should be clear to us. It should be super clear. But hey, who am I? Look like they're getting the mic ready. Look like they're getting the mic ready. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? They're getting the mic ready, fam. Getting the mic ready, y'all ready? Getting ready. Y'all still here with me? I'm glad I got a few of y'all with me. We be live tonight too, talking about these contradictions.
AFP? What's AFP?
Sorry?
What's AFP?
Agence France Presse.
Court conference.
Yes, serious question. Who do you think is up for a pay raise, and is Moist Mouth getting a higher position? No, in fact, I think Moist Mouth has the highest position he can go. I think Moist Mouth is on the decline. Moist Mouth is on the decline, bro. And the reason why I say that is because I monitor this thing. I mean, good and well I monitor this thing. He is actually on the decline. And the reason why I believe that he's on the decline is because, for one, ever since this case took place, this lawsuit took place, I'm noticing that everything that he's done has been failing. Like even this past weekend, there's supposed to have been an event at the museum. And when you look closely at the video, it appears to be that these are paid crowds. In other words, they look like they're engaging each other. You don't see any of the FBAs. You don't see any of the FBAs doing their live streams. Hey, we at the Hidden History Museum. You don't see any of that. It seems like a Hollywood play. You can pay crowds. You know what I'm saying? He does one walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? And even some of the entertainers, you go to their social media pages. They're not highlighting it. I mean, it's all smoke and mirrors at this point. It's all smoke and mirrors. So yeah, he's on a decline. He's on a decline for real. And with this lawsuit that we have, I believe so much is going to come out that even if I don't get compensated for my losses and my damages, so much is going to come out where it'll be impossible, you know what I mean, for one to maintain the lifestyle via social media, because it's just so much is going to come out, you know what I mean. So I'm like real talk, so much is going to come out that you won't be able to maintain the lifestyle, because once it gets out, you know, it may take time for it to spread, but once it's spread, it spreads like a virus, you know. Even a little bit that has come out so far, you know, like people, our people are so funny. Our people are so funny that they see the people on the roof. They see the camera moving, following me. They see the guy in the car. They see, now we show tangible evidence from the court. You know, like they see all of this and still try to come up with excuses. I mean, and those DJ Big Six and things like the deodorant, those are props. Those are not real hustles. Those are not really hustles. Listen, it's more convenient to go to the store and get some deodorant as opposed to support somebody every month for a stick of deodorant. Like that has nothing to do with him. It's just human nature. Human nature has it that if you've been using Speed Stick, you might buy one. You follow what I'm saying? You might buy one. You might buy one. You might even buy two. You follow me? But at the end of the day, your life routine has been, you get your cosmetics, you get your toothpaste, you get your deodorant, you get your shampoo, you get all of that, and you've been in a routine for that for all your life, all your adult life. So you're not going to break that routine for the rest of your life to support someone who come up with a product, a deodorant. It don't work like that. That's against human nature. He said Speed Stick. Old school dude. Yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. So what you see is when people come up with these little hustles, they're just quick hits. They're quick licks, quick hustles. Like if I can sell 100 of them, I'm all right. For instance, even like say for instance, the museum, for example. If one would charge $30 to get to the museum, let's do the math. Let's do the math real quick. This is how you can tell it's just a front, right? Once every 4 or 5 months, he do an event. Just say the people was real, right? Just say the people were real and they wasn't a crowd. And let's just say that. Let's say he get 75 people in there. All right? So we're going to go $35 times 75. My bad. I'm not a math person. Times, my son is though. Times 75. $26.25. That won't even pay the monthly mortgage. You hear what I say? $26.75 won't even pay the monthly mortgage on a $1.8 million mortgage. A hard cash loan mortgage. 25, let's just round it off to 2,500. 2,500 won't even put a dent in that mortgage. You follow me? So even if some would buy some memorabilia that's at the front of the demonstration, that doesn't put a dent in. I mean, that doesn't even put a dent in the mortgage. That's about $10,000. You follow me? Then that doesn't even include the utilities. That doesn't even include any other expenses that we don't know about, maintenance or whatever. You know what I mean? So the museum becomes a prop. It becomes a prop, and it becomes a symbol of I'm successful. It becomes a symbol of look what we accomplished. Now, if you give more, we're gonna accomplish more. That's all it becomes. It's simple. That's all. It's just a symbol. It's an illusion. This is a David Copperfield thing, and it's the same thing with Umar Johnson. It's an illusion. It's a big billboard saying, "Look what we have done, and guess what we can do. Keep giving, keep giving, keep giving." It's just an illusion. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you, if once I'm compensated for all those that I got the emails that have helped me do what I had to do, I'm gonna return that. I'm gonna return that. You watch. They ain't gonna baby stop me. They be like, nah, I did it out the kindness of my heart. I'm gonna be like, nope, put it back into your account. Because I keep all my records for all those who have supported. Put it back in your account. I mean, I'm a very simple man.
I don't know if it's a
much.
blessing or a curse to have a comedian on a jury. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Who
a
does
simple
that help?
person. I don't need much. You know what I mean? Like literally, we eat most of our food from a garden. You know what I mean? I get expensive when I buy these juices, though. Yeah, well, it's going to be even the Francis Cress Wilson story. We are in a different era of time, Big Six. Most people, and I don't want to give up all the game, if you will, but this generation is not interested in long drawn out stories that is not super engaging. They gotta have the excitement. They gotta have the love affair. They gotta have scandal. They gotta have everything for this generation to be engaged. You know what I mean? And it gotta be short and straight to the point. You follow me? Yeah. So even trying to sell Francis Cress Welsing story, it's not going to be successful. That'll be another prop. That'll just be another prop. Notice that you cannot track the sales of any of these videos. Anybody ever notice that? You can't track the sales of Hidden Colors. When one say it's successful, he can confuse you with popularity with success. You follow what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. DJ Drama for DJ Big Six. DJ Drama at one point had the most popular mixtapes. That don't mean they made a bunch of money off those mixtapes. They were super popular, especially the Young Jeezy ones. Super popular. That don't mean they made a bunch of money off of it just because everybody knew about it. And it's the same thing with these DVDs.
It's even better with the smaller camera.
If you cannot listen, they say that the book on Mackin was a New York Times bestseller. Family, show me the books sold and how they came up with those calculations. You follow me? 1 second, get in the car. But yeah, so family, one thing that this internet has done, it has had the ability to sell us on illusions. You follow what I'm saying? Let me make sure y'all hear me clear without that background noise coming in. Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. Oh, thank you, Big Sick. So back what I was saying, family. It's literally all a hoax. It's so here's my theory. And y'all really need to understand this. And I've seen it from experience from being a content creator on YouTube. Social media is the new community. Back in the day, we had real communities where we were corralled into certain demographics, and if they wanted to know what was going on in those demographics, they would have to get someone who had access to that demographic, to that hood, to that community. Once they got access to the one that's related to that community, we all know they would put wires on them. Hold up. They will put wires on them. They will even use them to introduce other people to the community, and then they will begin to extract information from the community to support their investigation. Well, in today's world, we don't live in those type of communities no more. We rarely interact with our neighbors like we used to. In fact, most of our people have gotten so bougie that they want to try to outdo their neighbors. They want their car to look better than their neighbors. They want their house to look better than their neighbors. They want everything to look good, and they just one paycheck away from slipping on that banana peel. But from the outside, it looks very good. Total competition. So now there is no way to truly infiltrate that sort of community because it no longer exists. And so all of the movements that you have seen in the past 10 years has gained momentum from the internet. Anything that you think of, even good, wholesome movements or good, wholesome conversations, all stems from the internet. So now, how can that be infiltrated and monitored? Of course, technology plays a great role in monitoring, but the best monitoring is the age-old monitoring. Put somebody there that speaks the language, a part of the culture, but has loyalty to you. And that's what you are experiencing now on the internet. And this is why people look so like us. And I ain't talking about physical features. This is why they look so much like us. This is why Puffy can come around and sell people on Ciroc alcohol. Sell people on the I remember MC Light said when she seen when she seen the video with them in the tub, Biggie them in the tub, and like, whoa, where is hip hop going? But they can sell us on smut and trash. You follow me? Because he come across like us. In some of the Diddy videos, he had the trans woman in there.
Keone Rodriguez, Samurai Wallet trial, it's a money laundering case. Some other case.
It's some other thing. How you doing, Steve?
What's up? Samurai who?
I'm live though. Hot live.
Who cares?
Just want to make sure you don't say anything that you don't.
Oh, no, who cares about him? I'm saying.
Oh, no.
What?
Not us, not today.
No.
Maybe there's other things to do.
So what I was going to say is that, on the internet, they use the same principle. So this is how Diddy can bring a trans woman into videos into the 90s. In the 90s. This is how
to full-time video.
this is how LL can say he she, and nobody really paid that much attention in the 90s. But when you think about it now, he she. What you mean he she? Explain that. But they're selling an ideal. They're planting seeds for today. Those seeds in 96, 97, 98, 2000, those seeds was planted for today. And now you see, it's almost normalized that this type of behavior is a part of our culture. Not a part of rock and roll culture, not a part of country music culture, not a part of classic music culture, not a part of Chinese music culture, but a part of hip hop culture, R&B culture. Those seeds was planted by those who were plants. But we thought they was cool. We thought the act of the shiny suits, we thought the act of the jewelry, the Jesus pieces, we thought all of that was cool, when in fact that was a costume in order to give us the detrimental behavior that we now see. It is what it is. It is what it is. So they look like us, they talk like us, some even dress like us. But if you watch closely, they're not us. They'll slip up they slip up all the time. Like it's a video where Diddy go crazy and says, I get what I want. I get what I want. That ain't how we get down. That ain't how we get down. And in our culture, the majority of us in our culture is a grateful people. No matter if we in our dark side of life, we still have a sense of gratefulness and not a sense of entitlement. But on this internet, everybody is selling themselves as one who is entitled. Like, I'm deserving of this even though I didn't do what it takes to deserve it. I'm deserving of this. But that's the internet illusion. If you go into any community, like for example, you look at this FBA ADOS stuff, right? If you go into any community on the ground, see, you have to interact with people to understand this. You have to interact with people to understand this. Majority of people of different cultures in communities, they actually get along. They actually get along. I was at a store today called the Great Wall of China. It's a grocery store owned by Chinese, right? And in that store, they have different nationalities working in there, but they ain't tripping off who you are. They just want them greenbacks that you're about to give up and put in that cash register or swipe that card. And they're dealing with people on business terms, but they're not overbearing. They're not staring you down like you may think in Minister Society. They're not doing any of that stuff. All that stuff is yesterday. They come to know that all money is green. And so from a business perspective, people get along, even if it's just for a minute for business. If you go to the store, Walmart or anywhere, majority of people are courteous to each other. But soon as they see that one ignorant fool, whether it's of our people or of some other group, a Karen or whatever, they put that on the video and they try to plaster that on the internet like that's the whole society. But that's not true. That's not true. Now, in contrast to that, we do see that the immigration, the immigrant thing in different cities is really, really flowing on a high level. We see that. That ain't no thing. But even when you see that, very rarely do you see, I can say in Baltimore, that these immigrants are demonstrating aggression to another people. whether it's us, whether it's Europeans, whether against each other, very rarely. And I'm out and about. I can only talk about what I see. Very rarely. But if one incident happens and somebody put it on Twitter, somebody put it on Instagram, it's like, see, I told you. I was watching a video today where a guy was on the bus and the Jamaican lady, she was saying, come on, bus driver, I got to get to work. I got to get to work. You follow what I'm saying? A brother, so disrespectful, basically told her, shut the F up, and she go back to her country and walk to work. And that she's going to a nothing job, and she's mad that she got to catch the bus to her nothing job because she can't afford a car. Mind you, that he's on the bus with her. But here is the thing in a nutshell. The lady was an elder. She was older than him. My parents raised me to respect elders, and when they speak, don't let it go. My parents taught me that if this elder or older person is in some type of space, it ain't none of my business. Most people don't have home training. It has nothing to do with somebody that's older from Jamaica and they're complaining about the slowness of the bus. Most people are just ignorant. I would never thought in a million years that the way that we were raised in our culture, that one would just jump out the window like that because an older woman is complaining about the slowness of a bus. That ain't no, you don't get no notch in your belt for disrespecting people. You don't get no notch in your belt. When me coming up, we used to have, in my community, we used to have the older men that used to drink. And then sometimes on our way walking to the store, the older men be at the store. And they might say something to you. Maybe you ran across the street funny. Maybe you was playing and y'all was hitting each other. And the older people that's drinking at the store, they might say, you better take your ASS home. What you up here fighting for? Take your A home. Wait till I see your mother. And they would cuss at you and everything, but we would not say nothing back. We would not say nothing back because we was raised in such a way that that's just was unacceptable behavior. But today, somebody will turn on their camera and watch a younger person or someone disrespect someone that's senior and then think that's something of entertainment. They think that's something of entertainment and then say, look at the tethers. Nah. That is not acceptable behavior in any culture. I don't care if it's an elder who is under the influence. I don't care if it's an elder falling all over themselves. I don't care if it's an elder that has lost patience with the bus system. You don't sit up there and cuss out the elders. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And for people to act like that's okay, that goes to show that most people just don't have no home training. Or most people just disregard their home training. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just disregard their home training. Let me check the internet.
There you go. Yeah. Is there any other way you can get in your car?
Come on, they gotta get on with the get on. I gotta go pick up the children in a minute. I gotta go pick up the children. Come on now. I'm gonna learn how. I'm gonna learn how to work this system. Can you hear me? What's going on, Stephen X? Stephen X, how you doing? Stephen X. Hey X. Bro, I got a lecture coming up, brother. I got a lecture coming up. It's called fraud or fraud. Bro, you gonna leave the channel after this one, bro. Don't leave, bro. It's just research. Stephen X, Stephen X. It's just research, buddy. That's my bro. Steve X, where you from, bro? I gotta come meet you, bro. You remind me of the NOI brothers here, man. They don't pay me no mind. They see me and they show all love. It be the ones that young, and I don't mean young in age. It be the ones that young in their learning. They be mad as ever. Oh my God. They be mad at me. Oh my God, they gonna beat me up, all types of stuff. I said, go to the version. Stephen X, where you located, man? I got to come holler at you, man. You good brother. Stargate, what town you in? I'm coming during an election. That's right. Well, I hook this up, man. Look, I hook this up. Y'all like my screen? I'm learning technology while up here. Let me try something out. The stream is stopped. The stream did not stop. Now the stream running. Now we here, buddy. They ain't shut me down, did they? Now we here. They ain't shut me down, did they? Everybody done left the stream because it's taking too long. That's all right, we still here. We still here. We gonna be here the whole time. I'm gonna edit it down so it's good. Hey, you still here? Who's still here? Let me see something.
This is going to take a while. The defense hasn't even hasn't even spoken yet. This is going to take a while.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Big 6 there. All right, Big 6. Crypto, I had me thinking that the stream was down. Are we gonna let it play out though? We're gonna let it play out today, family. We can leave and come back. That's right. We're gonna leave and come back. Old Marcus, I bet you. 'Cause he said that it was all a setup. That's right. Steven X. Oh, Uriah say I'm good. Hey, Steven X, why you said peace be upon you, brother? You ain't answered me, brother. Where you at? I need to come holler at you, my broski. Where you at, big bro? Steven X, where you at, man? Why Steven X ain't ask me? He gonna say peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Come on, bro. See, that's the problem, man. We can't unite, man. We can't unite. Salute you. Hey, I'm gonna tell your captain on you, bro. I'm gonna tell your student minister on you that you being mean to me. That's right. I'm gonna tell your student minister you better. I'm gonna tell your student minister, Steven X, that you being mean to me. That's right. The maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, the father of civilization, God of the universe. I'm telling. Steven X, that's right. You gotta forgive me. You know what I mean? That's right. You play like I'm deaf, dumb, and blind, man. Be my friend all the time, no matter what. No matter how goofy I am, no matter how silly I am, you gotta be my friend. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. All the we gonna get all the X's on the same page. Like my brother X's here in Baltimore. They be on the same page. Like, man, listen, man, you been crazy all your life, man. Ain't nobody paying you no mind, man. A Moorish brother told me that a few weeks ago. I said, man, much as I be going in, man, why you don't never get mad? He was like, man, I'm not paying you no mind, man. I appreciate you, Steven X. Yeah, an elder Moorish brother told me that. I said, man, how you be listening to me, man? I be going in, because I disagree with the Moorish brothers too on the resurrection concept here in Baltimore. He said, I said, man, how you tolerate me, man? You know, I be going in. He said, man, I don't pay you no mind, man. He's like, hey, you know, I don't get into that debate stuff. I was like, oh, man. Guess I gotta seek other greener pastures. Yeah, they at a stalemate right now. They at a stalemate right now. Let me see if I can. They at a stalemate. Let me see if I can. decent, man. Y'all like I did that picture. That's pretty decent. I know I do these things. You can still see it coming out. Yeah, but I got this lecture coming up in 4 weeks. Ford, fraud, or fraud. And we're going to go into the historical account. We're even going to examine where Elijah Muhammad said that he would give $1,000. I think he said $100,000 for those to prove that the guy that was in the police picture was Farad Muhammad. And you know, the lady.
You're always right on time.
Farad was said to be his ex-wife. She came forward to get that money, and nobody responded to her. You know what I mean? Nobody responded to her. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna examine the information. I'm gonna examine the new information that I've discovered, and we're gonna see what to do. Y'all want to talk about that tonight? Y'all want to talk about all the contradictions? I need some feedback now. I ain't gonna do it if you don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? I be putting a lot on the line, talking about contradictions, and I need some feedback. What y'all think? Anybody want to look at the contradictions and compare them? When one say 1 minute, say one thing the next minute, say one thing 1 minute, say one thing the next minute. Let me know. Let me know. And it's staggering. I think we all know, but do everybody know all these contradictions? This is what I'm considering. But it got to be that you want to discuss it. That you want to see the receipts. You have to want to see the receipts for me to do it. You know what I mean? The receipts are stacked. You know what I mean? And it's not me saying anything. It's out his own mouth. Even with this Diddy thing. Like, even with that.
1 year before the case started, he was going to stay as long as he needed to stay. It ends up being only 12 days. That's fine. That's what the government wanted to do. The government didn't want him to turn himself in. He came here to turn himself in. Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest the guy who came to New York to turn himself in. Well, we're going to make all these points again tomorrow, and we'll make it as much as we can until we get him out. So that's all I have.
How is he feeling? Will you appeal the bail?
Yeah, tomorrow. But what was the question?
Will you appeal to no bail?
We're appealing.
No bail.
Yeah, we're no bail. No bail. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We're appealing the decision to hold him without bail.
When is the next court appearance?
Tomorrow at 3:30.
Or what?
3:30, same place.
And you're with the bail?
Bail appeal. Bail appeal tomorrow at 3:30, same court. Different judge. He's doing fine. He's a fighter. He's a fighter, and he's gonna fight this. All right, I'm gonna go. I don't get into that stuff.
Guys, you got it, bro. Gotta move it. Gotta move it. Use your leg.
For your father? Are you expecting him to be released today, or are you surprised? Whoa. Sorry.
Guys, move back.
Why are you
Oh, careful, guys. Easy, guys. Get around.
I told y'all that this was serious.
How can you support your father?
Did you witness anything?
How do you support him moving forward?
Told y'all. That's Sean Combs' son. I told y'all. But he got a charge right now in California. He has
you are an issue.
Justin, or I think his name is Justin or Justice. He has a lawsuit pending in California right now too. I covered it about the I guess the stewardess or whoever it was on the yacht that sued him. Yeah, this I told you. Told y'all this serious.
Does the attorney have anything to say? How are you feeling, sir?
I think that's Albie Shore biological son, actually, right there.
Anything you'd like to share? Any comment?
Can you imagine him swinging on one of them people? Tonight we live, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, talking about contradictions. We'll be covering Diddy and the things that were said to try to make claims that Diddy wasn't innocent, that Diddy was innocent. Dang. Yeah, this one here, family, this one here is the real deal. I keep telling y'all, when Homeland Security is spearheading the investigation, that shows that it's a conflict of interest as it relates to the Fed, literally just the FED spearheading the investigation. They got the Homeland Security spearheading the investigation. And there's a reason for that nobody even considering. And the rumor is that he has been a federal agent or informant for quite some time.
Good job, bro. Good job.
The fact that they have a legitimate case is his bail is denied. He's getting out till the case is decided on.
One guy was one son.
I don't know about that.
The one that we were on from the beginning. Yeah, he was one with the hat. That was one son. With the other two sons, they came in after. Yeah,
the other two was.
No one said anything to anybody, right? All right.
Wait. Green Johnny.
Yeah. Brilliant.
There it is, family.
Mike Clay. Greatest visibility ever.
That's something, man. That's something. Now listen, I've said to everybody, yeah, like you can't get out without no bail. And then you got to remember that he. Let me stop that feed for a minute. Then you got to remember this. Let me give a little bit commentary. All right, so first of all, let me say this. Let me give you my unlawyer but legal experience analysis. Give me 1 second. So first of all, what you got to understand is this. The moment that they deny bail, they denying bail because he's a flight risk. That's it. That's the only reason they denying bail. They have some sort of intel or some sort of evidence that he is a flight risk. There's nothing more to that. That's it. Bail can only be secured if you can pass the litmus test of not being a flight risk. That's number one. Number two, the attorney said they are going to appeal the decision for a bail. So now the attorney is going to have to present evidence and even negotiate terms to make sure that he will face the charges. In other words, he might have to surrender. The attorney might say, you got to surrender your passport. The attorney might say that you have to be on, we will accept him being on house arrest. The attorney might say, they might present a whole bunch of little concepts to make sure that he doesn't go to jail and await trial. However, the prosecutor is also going to submit to the judge, this is the reason why he's a flight risk. You follow me? So at the end of the day, R&B Garvey. I was thinking of the same thing. He gonna meet up with Uncle Simmons. So at the end of the day, that's cut and dry. If you are considered a flight risk, you're not getting a bail. It is what it is. Sorry about that. It is what it is. If you consider a flight risk, you're not getting a bail. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And it's not a whole bunch to that. I don't know how else you can slice that pie. I don't know how else you can slice that pie. Unless his attorney can convince the judge that that he's not a flight risk and put some parameters in place to ensure that he's going to be in court, Diddy might have to sit it out. Yeah, he might just have to set it out. It is what it is. And you got to understand that these are some serious allegations. These allegations, just like I'll be talking about when we cover somebody, and it might seem to the average person that it's redundant. It might seem like clout chasing. It might seem like, oh man, he has no content without covering Mr. Nasheed. Well, in fact, this is what you're going to witness with Diddy. That the news is going to cover it every day, all the way up to trial, and you might get tired of it. The best thing that you can do is just turn the channel. Because even on this side of life, where we left pre-blogging, pre-vlogging, on this side here, this is what we cover. This is what we do. This is what the news do. This is what vloggers do. And they're going to cover this nonstop. Just as well if I pick a subject matter of a celebrity or a subject matter of one who's in the community that's doing something that doesn't seem to be leveling up with what we should be doing, we might cover it. And we might cover it indefinitely. So at the end of the day, that's what we gotta pay attention to, that this is the vlogger era. It is what it is. And from a legal standpoint, Diddy might have to set this one out. His lawyers might be able to convince somebody, but I'm going to tell you, Homeland Security is spearheading a federal investigation. That should say something to you. That should say something to you. Whenever you seen a RICO, whenever you seen investigation of this size, it says a federal investigation. But in this one, it speaks to Homeland Security. So what that tells me, and I could be wrong, but what that tells me is that the rumors about him being an informant could possibly be true. And if he is an informant, then the Federal Bureau of Investigation may not be able to investigate this case exclusively. So they have to bring in another department. But time will tell. Time will tell. That's just what it appears to me. With that being said, family, I'm going to shut down. I'm going to edit this down so we can get to the meat of it. We've been sitting here for quite some time. Thank you for your support, family. Don't forget to share. I'm going to edit it down right to the good part so we can edit out all the sit-down parts. And then I'll be live tonight. We're talking about contradictions. We'll be talking about the things that was said that indicated that Diddy was innocent by the leader of the FBA. And we'll also talk about other contradictions by the leader of the FBA tonight. I mean, if you're not interested in that, don't hit the link. Don't hit the link. That's what we'll be talking about. Just like I just gave the example. Everywhere you look, they're going to be talking about Diddy. They're going to be talking about Diddy. And if you don't want to hear it, then let's turn to something else. Same thing here. We're doing a coverage on the contradictions of Mr. FBA. That's what we're doing tonight, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate you, family. I see you tonight. Let me edit this down real quick, and we back at it.